Hey folks, John with Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in less than lethal self-defense. Can anybody tell me what everything on this table has in common? And I'm not asking the YouTube reviewers because they clearly don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. All right, guys, so before we get started on this video has been needing to be made for a long time, and it was eating me up inside, so we're finally going to do it educationally. I want to make sure that this is something that's going out there to help people out. Before I do, I want to do two little house cleaning things. First off, the video that I did on that gun belt, you guys remember that? Guys, I don't rave about stupid stuff like this normally. I love this belt. This thing is like so heavy duty. We went to a leather crafter this weekend and he was like, oh, look at these belts. It wasn't half as durable. So check that thing out. The other thing I wanted to let you know, the Primex video we did for the solar generator, I ran into an interesting little quirk with that generator that even Steelite didn't know anything about. When you're charging the generator, particularly if you're running something off of it while you're charging, but when you're charging in general, occasionally you will notice that the charging rate will start at 200 watts and then drop down to nothing. Although it looks like your charge only gets up to 40% or so. That's not actually accurate. So the charging rate as it drops denotes how high you are as far as charge goes. So when it quits charging, that unit's at 100%. When you disconnect the power, shut it off, let it sit for a second, turn it back on, it's back to 100%. So don't be frustrated if you get one of those. You're like, why isn't this thing charging? It actually is. So I wanted to let you know about that. Now, I'm going to go through everything we got on this table here. Now, a lot of you guys know a lot of these. A lot of you don't know these. This is a small portion of my personal collection I wanted to bring out here for you. And I got more coming out for you in the next couple of days. But let's go through these one at a time, shall we? So we're going to start over here. This is the HDP 50 Compact by Umarex, one of my favorite companies. You guys know that. Do you know what this is? It is a self-defense launcher. Do you know what it is not? A firearm. This is not a firearm. This is the Walther PPQ by Umarex, 43 caliber. This is fantastic. By far one of my favorite of the T4E line. But you know what it isn't? Say it with me, guys. A firearm. This is not a firearm. Are you seeing where we're going with this? Great, great. This is the Umarex HDP 50. By far one of the easiest to modify and upgrade of all of the launchers with the greatest results on the other side. This is great. Guess what it isn't? A firearm. That's right. This is not a firearm. Now this is, and guys, we're going to go with the T4E line a couple here. I want to show you this. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P. Now this is in pretty blue, right? So we're not even talking about scary black here. Pretty blue. Same thing, 43 caliber, pepper balls, aluminum balls, rubber balls. Fantastic. But wait, it's not a firearm either. That's right. All right, this is the Mercury Rise MUB 50. Guys, if you've seen this, this thing is so light, and out of the box, it packs a heck of a punch. But you know one thing about this that it can't do? It cannot become a firearm. It's tried. It can't like spontaneously transform into a firearm because it's not a firearm. Pretty cool, right? Now this is the premier of the T4E line, the Glock 17 Gen 5. This is one bad boy out of the box too. Snappy response, fires every time. I would say easy to upgrade the magazine to get a little more punch out of it. But wait, though it looks like a Glock, it's not a firearm. That's right. So that's not a firearm. This is the LTL Alpha. Now, you'll notice that I am notorious. I'm kind of missing the Bravo here. I got a video coming up here in a little bit with another LTL Alpha and another Bravo that you're not going to believe. That's pretty cool. But yeah, once again, 50 caliber, quite a bit like the HDP 50. And that's pretty much where, you know, they both load the same on the bottom. The internal workings are relatively close, but one thing that they both have in 100% common, neither of them is a firearm. This is not a firearm. Pretty cool, right? I know. blew my mind too. Yeah. So let's go to the TR50 by Umarex. Now, guys, the TR50 is one fantastic launcher. In my opinion, it is the only thing that beats the HTP 50 for ease of upgradability and power after the fact. These things are wonderful. But unfortunately, no matter what you do to them, it's not a firearm. And it won't become a firearm. It can't be a firearm. It wasn't born a firearm, and it will not ever be a firearm. But that's okay. Let's go over here. What do we got here? Oh, the HK VP9. Okay, I got to tell you, the HK VP9 is really cool. It's the only one with the paddle drops for the magazine. I really, really do dig that loading mechanism, and only HK's got it. Same thing, 43 caliber. The same upgrade on that magazine works for power. By the way, if you guys need that, you know where to get to me. You've seen the videos before. But no matter what you send me as far as an email goes, we cannot make this a firearm, because guess what? It's not, wait a minute, a firearm. That's right. This is not a firearm. Now, this is the Snow Peak Defender. Now, guys, this is also a 50 caliber. It has actually got a shaped drum in here, which is really, really kind of cool. Once again, they're simple to modify. You can't buy these in the United States easily. I carry them here just because I think they're really, really cool looking. That is like something right out of a movie, right? But like the movies, this is not a firearm. That's right. So that's okay, though, because it's still cool, right? Yeah, it is. This is the HDR 68. That is a 68 caliber pepper ball launcher. Wait a minute. Pepper ball launcher. That sounds nothing like firearm. You know why? Because this is not, wait for it, a firearm. That's right. This is a pepper ball launcher like everything else on this table. Pretty cool, right? Well, surely we're going to get to one, though, right? This is the Mercury Rise TR50, otherwise known as the Torpedo Revolver. This bad boy is the only one that has the capacity to fire torpedo-shaped rounds on top of the standard ball ammo and pepper balls. Wait for it. It's also not a firearm. So no matter what you do, you can't make it into a firearm. That is correct. Well, what do we got here? Oh, wait. This is the First Strike Roscoe. Now, this is also 50 cal. It's the only one that has, and I want to show you guys this up close because it's really cool, the break barrel function in order to load the drums. I really dig that function. That is really cool. There is also an upgrade for this for the valve chamber to give it more punch, which is an upcoming video. I'm actually looking at the valves right now. I really need to get to that. But no matter how much I upgrade this, it will never be, what is it? It will never be a firearm. That's right, because these are not firearms. That's correct. Well, now surely this big black scary thing has got to be a firearm, right? This is the Umarex HDS double barrel. 2 barrels on that bad boy. And you know what? No matter how many barrels they add to this thing, it will still never be a firearm. That's right. This is a fantastic, if you need a launcher that will literally fire anything you stick in the barrel, and I'm talking about pepper balls, solid balls, 3D printed stuff, and we're going to leave it at that. I've seen some creative people with these things, and 3D prints or using like glue sticks to make ammo, pretty cool. It will fire everything right on up to Nerf darts, and they just disintegrate. It's actually kind of funny. But it ain't a firearm. That's right. Well, okay, look, we know all that, right? But surely this has got to be no. This is the Umarex HDX. Guys, this is one bad boy. And I have videos up on every one of these guys. If you're on my channel, you know who I am, and you know you can find these videos. This 68 caliber beast cranks out the rounds. It really does, and it comes in 3 different variations. We've got an upgrade video coming on this one here shortly. But once again, as bad as it is, as awesome as it is, how nice and weighty it is, it ain't a firearm. It never will be a firearm. This is a self-defense launcher for pepper balls, rubber balls, solid, whatever. It ain't a firearm. That's the point. None of these are firearms. Now, okay, look, I know what you're thinking. This is the Valken CQMF. Now, I know what you're thinking. That thing is bad and scary. But you know what? It won't fire until you attach a bottle to it. A bottle of what, you say? Wait, compressed air. Now, I don't care who you are. No firearm in the history of the military has ever used compressed air, because that wouldn't be a firearm. That's right. This is not a firearm. Now, okay, look, we've all seen movies, right? You know what this is. Look at, surely that M4 has got to be a firearm. No, that is the Umarex TM4 43 caliber. Fires the exact same rounds as any of the T4E line. But look, it's black and scary. But it's not a firearm. That's right. No matter how many of these you look at, they are not firearms. Oh, wait. That's an HDB. It looks like a pump shotgun. Surely it... No, it is a 68 caliber self-defense launcher. You know what it isn't? One more time, guys. It is not a firearm. So, guys, look. Every one of these is fantastic in their own way. They all do something different. They are all capable of saving your life in a life-threatening situation, but all of them have one thing in common. Anybody want to guess what it is? Say it with me. They are not firearms. Oh, and lest we forget our friends over at Byrna. None of the Byrnas are firearms. Wait, what about our friends over at TippMann and Salt Supply? Guess what? None of their launchers are firearms. The Sabre S7, not a firearm. None of them. So, I hope for the YouTube reviewers out there that are watching these videos, and particularly the ones that are jumping all over our community and demonetizing videos for firearms-related content, will get the message through their head. None of these are firearms. Now, everybody that watches my channel, you know this information. You're probably laughing your butt off, and you're going to go to bed tonight hearing, it's not a firearm, in your sleep. And I'm sorry for that. But I want to make absolutely sure that the people that need to see this and understand. This has got to stop. We in this community are doing what we can to protect people, to give them the option and the items and the tools to defend themselves, their families, and their communities, while other people out there are trying to squelch that message. It must stop. So, guys, I know this is a little unlike me typically. I know I don't want to come across cynical. I was a little frustrated with a video that I'd posted, the Byrna video specifically, that was demonetized. And then you guys all heard about Airgun Miami. He actually got one, too, that he's fighting with on Byrna. We got to join together, and we got to let people know these are not firearms. They never will be. They never were. They do not intend to be, and they serve a different purpose. Guys, thanks for watching. The next video I do is going to be on the LTL Alpha and Bravo. This is my personal LTL Alpha. In fact, all of these are from my private collection, hence the little stand here. And yes, if you guys want a little stand for your TM4, if you got it, let me know. I can make these. I do make them on my printers here. So, but the next one's going to be on these, and you're not going to believe them. They're interesting. Yeah, they are. Have a great week, guys. I appreciate it. And remember, when you're out there and you're chilling out on the internet and you're having fun tonight or you're hanging with your family, one thing to keep in mind, these are not firearms. Have a great night. Bye-bye.